Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited to do this little February plan with me. It's not anything like super in-depth or crazy or anything like that. It's actually a very simple monthly setup, which you guys will see why that all is in a second. Hopefully the audio is doing better because I'm actually using my mic for once. I rearranged my desk a little bit recently, and now it's a lot easier to use my microphone for recording videos, so no more crackly hum in the background audio, hopefully. But anyways, let's just jump right into it. Obviously, same notebook that I've been using since my 2021 setup. Yeah, the Amanda Rachel Lee notebook in teal with the gold foiling on the front of it. Super nice. Yeah, let's just jump in. So we'll start with a little bit of a flip through. All the doodles in the front, haven't really touched that at all. Still have my grid markers, obviously. Just get that exposure down a little bit. So I had done some pre-planning on this side of my journal, and then I have my index here. So I have 2 pages of an index. These are pages that I went through and covered up, actually. I've talked more about them on my Instagram if you're curious. I think some of it is saved in the journaling tab on my Instagram if you're really wondering and want to know. But basically there were some pages that I didn't like, pages that I didn't want to see and have to go back to and deal with every single day of the year. They just weren't positive things, I guess, is how I can sum that up and everything. But yeah, I've been working on my index. I just updated it and filled it out with a couple of extra things, but I don't really index a lot, and you'll see why in a second. So I think making 2 pages might have been a mistake, but I estimated, so it's fine. We still have my Year in Pixels mood tracker. Today's the 22nd. So I have a couple of extra days to fill in, but I've been keeping up with these for the most part. School started on the 11th, so my Duolingo has fallen off the tracks a little bit, but I'm working on getting back to doing that more and being more updated with this. These are the 2 pages that I covered, so they're just pictures that I put in covered up pages, and that's all that I'm really going to say about that. When it comes to this, there's not a lot more that anybody really needs to know, to be honest, but they were just pages that weren't making me happy, so I covered them up with some cute pictures. So these are like paint swatches on a wall. This one is a quote, and they both came from Unsplash, so if you're curious about that. This is my year at a glance. Nothing too crazy here. Haven't used it at all. I wasn't expecting to use it. But yeah, then we get into January, and I already talked about why I don't use my habit tracker page in a different video that I will link in the description, but I track my habits on my phone now, so that's completely gone. This page is honestly wasted, but it's fine. And I don't really use monthly, like pre-made monthly, like months in advance. I don't really use them because I have a phone and I put events in my phone calendar and everything, so you'll see for February this page isn't really a thing. I do have a calendar, but it's a much smaller calendar like I used to do in my old bullet journal. And then we just have some dailies. So I had started the year time tracking, and I do still time track, but that's another thing that I moved to my phone, which I mentioned in the other video. But I did time track for this first week-ish, almost finished the week, and it was a lot to keep up with. I was on Christmas vacation still these first couple days, and then it was a lot to keep up with, and too much, I think. So doing it on my phone is just as easy as tapping when something starts and tapping when something ends, so it's a lot easier to do it that way. But for the most part, I've just been doing these little dailies, put in some pictures like I usually do. Got a letter from my church. I go to church virtually, so don't stalk me. But I got this cute little card from my church, so I decided to stick that in there. I don't know why I did this, but I decided to plan out the rest of my college classes and everything. So there are a bunch of classes within my major where I get to pick what the classes are, but there are also required classes. So I went through and kind of planned out the last 4 quarters that I have left after this winter quarter ends and put all that information in here. So that was kind of nice to do. I don't have a lot of general ed classes left because of how my associate's degree transferred over. So I kind of wanted to make sure that when I was picking the classes that I have to put in and everything, that my schedule, 1, wouldn't be too heavy in any of the 4 quarters that I have left, and 2, that there wouldn't be too much like repetition across the classes. So there is some repetition. I saved some of the ones that I'm most excited for last, since it's only a 12 credit quarter, which is the minimum for full-time, by the way. But yeah, I just decided to put all of this stuff in and kind of map out everything. So it's nice to have for sure. And then more dailies. So this is my daily for today. I started putting together tomorrow because I saw this daily and kind of got a little overwhelmed by it. But yeah, I put in like a bunch of tasks and stuff, and I used my Janus Studies Modern Planner, the digital one, to plan out my weeks and plan out my entire semester at this point, actually. So I have like certain things for school that I need to do every day, and then I transfer them in here and say, oh, I need to film this video today, or edit this, or write this, or I need extra time to make this for dinner, or today I want to do my vision board, stuff like that. So I'll go in and put in all the stuff that I need to do first, and then underneath that goes like nerdy artist stuff, and then underneath that goes like stuff that I really want to do, or I don't know, stuff like that. But I've also started to journal a little bit more in here, so I just did a little bit of a journal here about the stream that I had last night. This was about Inauguration Day, and I have a little bit of space here to journal today, and then I'll either have to squeeze something in here tomorrow or go to the next page. But that's actually about it. So like, this is January 9th, and this is January 19th, and I have no idea which day this is. But there was like there are whole like spaces and gaps in here. So there's not a lot from January, but now I kind of have everything figured out with what I want to do. So February should be filled up a little bit more. And then last but not least, you guys can see the time bars that I'm using. They're very much inspired by the Boho Berry time bar. They're entirely for planning out my day. So right now it's 1:15 when I'm recording this, so it's 1 o'clock. It's pink, which means that it's something related to nerdy artists, and I'm filming my plan with me. So that's that. Purple is classes, blue is doing homework. So for the last couple of hours I was taking notes. I have class again from 2 to 4. I think this is for putting together footage for the vlog. I want to do my vision board here because I picked out a lot of the pictures already. So I'll be printing out all of those during this little time. I have something for my service fraternity, not social, from 5:30 to 6:30. I'll do some more homework, and then I will stream tonight and do a little bit more editing before I go to bed. But that's the plan for today. So it's nice to have that all mapped out. So for example, this one is for Friday. I'll wake up between 7 and 7:30, do my self-care, shower, get ready for the day, whatever, do my homework, have class, work on some editing. I believe that's what this block is for. I can't even remember. But then I have my study with me stream on Twitch. So it's half pink because it's nerdy artists, but then it's half blue because I'm actually doing homework, and then more nerdy artists editing and filming. I have a little bit of a busy day tomorrow. But yeah, anyways, let's jump into planning February. So I really only think I'm going to do this page, and then these spreads. I don't even know exactly what I want to do over here yet, so we're kind of playing things by ear. But this page I will leave for the next few days of January. I was about to say March for some reason. My brain is clearly in the right space. But this will be like the 23rd through, I don't know, the rest of January, however much can really fit in here. It's fine. I don't really care about days not being in the right month. So none of that really matters to me. But I am going to now shut off the mic, restart the video clips and just kind of speed you guys through everything. And then I will be back at the end of this video to kind of go through and explain everything that I've done. So, into sped up mode. So that's it. Hopefully my camera doesn't die while I film this little outro and flip through. But I just did a really nice and simple cover page with my classic calendar. You guys know I love a big calendar. I just don't have enough stuff to really justify using one of the full page, like kind of more traditional bullet journal lists. And then like I used to do in my old journal, I put a spot for goals, so I'll go and fill this in a little bit closer to February. and then I just lettered on the top of these 2 pages. It's a little bit more faint on camera than it is in person, but this one says gratitude and then this one says February faves. So my hope is that I will go through every single day in February and letter something in, just write something in, put in something every single day, but not really in like an organized way, so there's no like numbers down the side for every single day or anything like that, because sometimes maybe I'll want to write something 2 things a day, or maybe I won't want to write anything on one day or something like that. So no pressure, no organization with that. And the same thing for February faves, so things like new recipes that I've tried, or clothes, pens, I don't know, music, stuff like that. So all of that can just kind of go into this space so I can look back and kind of see what I was into in February. So then after that, I will just go in and go back to doing my daily spreads. These spreads aren't planned out in advance. So I had done my click art sign pens, and I literally was just like, okay, I'll just continue this pink color, and that was like the only theme that I had. I honestly go through and pick pretty random pictures. I thought that I was going to get through a lot more of this in the beginning of the year, so I had some like end of 2020 and like New Year's themed pictures, but it ended up being not used as much as I thought that it would. So I really just go through and do those randomly, so there's no point in me going through and doing any of that now. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this simple little setup. I hope that you've had a good January, all things considered, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!